Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to use Smart DNS to watch US Netflix anywhere. Now, Smart DNS is the sort of alternative to a VPN. The reason it exists, couple of reasons really. One, it's quite hard to install a VPN on lots of devices, like things like games consoles and smart TVs and stuff. Quite clever now, but installing VPN apps doesn't always work. Excuse me. And secondly, there is some overhead of bandwidth on a VPN. So if you want to stream loads of programs, like for instance from US Netflix, that overhead, if you've got a slower connection, can make it a bit painful to watch. So it depends where you are, obviously. Smart DNS, it doesn't provide any encryption, doesn't provide any security. It's just there to bypass geo restrictions on specified sites. So Smart DNS just works with sites that it's configured for. Otherwise, it does nothing. Okay, so what is Smart DNS and why would you want to use it for Netflix? Right, I'll show you the Smart DNS I use and I'll show you how I can access Netflix, US Netflix with it. I'm in the UK currently. So why do we use it? Well, first of all, it's lightning fast. As long as your connection is fast, you get the same speed you get with Smart DNS as you get through your normal connection. There's no real overhead to using Smart DNS. So if you've got fast enough connection, you should be able to stream in HD and 4K without buffering or any problem. Again, VPNs encrypt all the data. Smart DNS doesn't do any of that. It's merely there to fool the media sites, really. Universal compatibility, well, this is true, really. To actually configure Smart DNS, all you need to do is change the DNS servers on your device. So whether it's your smart TV, your media streamer, your games console, you just have to go in and change the DNS servers. Or you can do it across your whole network by just changing it on your router. It's cheap. Smart DNS is usually very inexpensive and costs less than a VPN because these services don't have the huge bandwidth costs that you do with a VPN. When your VPN is connected and you're streaming Raiders of the Lost Ark down it, every little bit of data goes through their servers. It doesn't with Smart DNS. There's just a few bits and bytes at the beginning of the connection. So let me just show you how you do it. Right, first of all, you've got to select a provider. Now, there's 3 or 4 Smart DNS servers. I've always used, this is one of the first ones that was ever created. I've used this for about 13 years maybe. And it's called Smart DNS Proxy. I've never had really any problems at all. This is the program. Now there's a link below. If you use my link, you can have a free trial for 14 days. You don't need to put your credit card in or anything. Just give it a go. It's worth it. This is my Smart DNS account. So basically you have to change your DNS settings on whatever device you're in. There's lots of guides there. You have to change it to one of these Smart DNS servers. So you would pick one that's near to you. So if you were in Canada, you'd pick one of the ones in Montreal or something like that. And then you configure what you want, what region you want to be in when you visit a certain site. So Netflix, for instance, you can have just United States, really. I don't think they have any others, because United States is the best catalogue. If you turn it off, you'll get whatever your normal Netflix is. And there's loads of other settings for different channels. You know, you can watch AMC, CBS, CNBC, Disney movies. It doesn't bypass any of the the subscriptions. You still have to pay if they're paid. If they're free, they go through. For instance, it will allow you to get BBC iPlayer or something like that as well, which is free as long as you're in the UK. So you configure your DNS servers. You go into your account, your Smart DNS account, and then you have to basically activate your IP address, which works really well as long as your IP address doesn't change much. If you're trying to do this on a mobile phone, I'd stick to a VPN because your mobile phone's IP address will change as you move through different mobile gateways. So just bear that in mind, really. It's more for static connections, Smart DNS. Now I'll just show you an example in action. Right, just show you now where I'm located. Get my country. You can see I'm in the UK. Right, so I'm in the UK. I've got Smart DNS configured on this laptop. Let me now go to Netflix and go to open the library. Okay, so I'm in the library now. I have been watching 28 Years Later because it is not on the UK version of Netflix, as a lot of stuff isn't. So you can see here top 10 series in the US today. This is the US version of Netflix. So I pay for a UK Netflix subscription. I'm in the UK, but I can change to the US version of Netflix. Remember, if you're in somewhere like France or Germany, it's not so different if your English is your first language. But remember, if you were in France and you changed over to the US version of Netflix, you'd get a bigger catalogue, but you'd lose some of the French language content and stuff like that. You wouldn't see it as much on the US version for obvious reasons. Okay, and that's all there is to it. Okay, so basically the provider actually hides your location when you're accessing the site. As soon as you start streaming stuff, it doesn't do anything. So why Smart DNS is best choice? Well, as we've said, it's no speed loss. It's dead easy to set up. You don't need to install any software. You need to change your DNS service. That's it, really, and activate it on your account. It supports lots of different devices. It's reliable as well. It works really well. I have had no problems with Netflix detecting Smart DNS. I have with VPNs in the past. This could all change at any time. No, nothing is. It's a cat and mouse game. Smart DNS works fine at the moment. In a year, 2 years, maybe it won't. I don't know for sure. The good thing about Smart DNS is you could try it out for free as well if you try the link below. 14 days and it'll work perfectly, I hope. So there's lots of other channels here. I'm talking about US Netflix now, but there's all sorts of channels you can get. So for instance, these are grouped into channel group A. So you can basically pick what you want, whether you want to be in the United Kingdom, Switzerland, Australia, Canada. Depends what you want to watch. A lot of the times people use it United States. That means you can access all these sites. The US version of it, remember. So if I went to the History Channel now, I'd get the US version of the History Channel, unless I turned this off. Okay, and that's basically all there is to it. Give it a go. It's dead easy. The only thing I should mention to you that you might have an issue with is this universal compatibility. It works well on devices, Smart DNS, but many of the devices today have got local country-specific settings built into it. My LG TV basically says it's in the UK, so I have to go and change that to use US Netflix. Smart DNS will fool it, but the TV itself has got this country setting built into it, so you may have to change that. Same with some media streamers as well. Okay, right, I'm going to finish now. I've made my video too long as per usual, but have a nice day anyway, and go and check out Smart DNS. It works great. 2 weeks for free, nothing to lose. Bye for now.